Hello there everyone, and welcome so much back to Production Line. It's been a while, and last time we tackled the small factory challenge for a scenario, which was selling 3,000 cars, 250 expensive cars, and 750 mid-range cars. Now the natural progression would of course be the medium factory, which only is 3,000 budget cars. That should be doable. I see no reason why it shouldn't be, at least. And that's the plan for this one. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, or any other episode, be sure to smack the like button. It really means a great deal and also helps out a lot, and it tells a little bit about which series should be prioritized. If you want to stay up to date with all things average, this series, the next one, all to come, be sure to subscribe. And if you got any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, be sure to leave those down below. Alright, so the plan of action here is going to be somewhat similar to the last one. I'm guessing it's not going to be all that much more challenging this time around, but we'll see. Choose a company logo. Would be cool if you could import your own logos or something. At least would have the CAG sign up there. Let's go with this one. Looks good. Yep. Alright, so this is our current factory floor. A lot bigger than the last one, I would say. We got 1.5 million to get going with. We have 10 days to produce 3,000 budget cars, which shouldn't be all that difficult. Now the thing is, I kind of want to get the a couple specializations right off the bat, but I think we'll start off by just making sure that we can make any kind of money, any at all, and then we'll take it from there. So we'll want the right, we don't have any specializations, we can just go with these ones. So as before, the green thingies, this one is import and this one is sales. So I think we'll sure, we'll make it this way, turn around, and then get sold over there. Alright, now this takes 12 and a half, oh sorry, almost 13 minutes. I think we're going to double up with those. Are we though? 12 and a half, 13, sorry. No, we're going to double up with a lot of things, but not this one. Gotcha. Alright, let's put that there. Body is going to be doubled up. So we'll have one there and one up there. That's the body one. And same goes with paint. Seeing how this one takes about 30 minutes, and so as this one, we'll just do a straight switcheroo. So they'll be coming from here, split off to either one of these, and then go on to one of these ones. We'll do the engine one. We'll also double that one up. We could save some space by having like flipping these ones back a little. Kind of regretting that at this point. We'll only need one fit accessories, because over here we have 34 minutes, whilst this one only takes 14. Of course, these things will change as you move, as you progress, because you get more stuff to add to the cars. You can also research robotics and such, which speeds things up. So it's not a fixed ratio that will stay like that forever in the game. But it's a ratio you have to deal with from the get-go, and this is going to be our initial production line. So it's not going to last us the game out. We're not going to tweak it so it lasts us the game either. We're just going to have it as a starting spot, something to start off with. We're going to go with 2 different resource importers for this one, for the simple reason that will allow us better, resource, better handling on the resources. Put that there. I'm pretty sure that hooked up. Alright, there we go, and there we go. That's everything. Beautiful. And now, all we need to do for this to work is to speed up time. Everything starts producing as it should. I'm going to wait until we've paid for all the resources we need, because you do that as you import them. Which means if you build a vast array of of production to begin with, you often find yourself in a spot where you run out of cash as cars start getting produced. Now that will most likely not be the case for us here, because we still have a healthy 600 grand in the bank. But I still wanted to you know, be on the certain side of things. What we're going to do next is we're going to go to facilities and research office. They can only be placed in these green boxes and in and around places. It wouldn't be a perfect ratio in there. Let's see, that would be 1, 2. Nope. We could fit them like that. That will leave us 2, which would leave us 4 in the middle there. I think there's a item that is 4 wide, so we're gonna put a couple of these in here. It's 120, 130 grand. So we're gonna start researching. Now, first things first, we're gonna get the robots, for the simple reason that that will automatically increase our production efficiency quite a bit. Because that will mean that this one will not have 2 robots, but 4 instead of the 2, then 4, 4, and so on and so forth. Now we're about to sell our first car. We have our first car in the showroom, and it gets sold automatically as we progress. There we go. That was that car sold. We currently charge a 20% sales premium, which I'm guessing is 20% above the production costs. It would make sense to me, at least. We'll go to 25 just for the reason that right now we're selling the cars as they exit the production line. We might as well try to find the balance between producing cars and getting a backlog, like a storage of vehicles, because we don't want that, but we don't want to store them either, or you know, sell them cheap either. I think we can probably bump it up a little bit more. There we go. And once we've researched the robots, we're going to go straight for, and we can add that to the queue right away. I want to go straight for the chassis and body specializations, all the specializations down here. Now that requires some research of some sort. But what does it require? There was a way to see that. I do remember this. Oh, ooh, there's been a change here. No, there hasn't. The car design has just ended up in the same area. Gotcha. Technology, maybe? No. No. What the crap? It's not advanced production. Let's add it to the queue. Oh, requirement 10 cars sold. Right. Okay, fair enough. Now I caught on. The bottom line, usually where you should look when you can't find something. Could also look into this, getting faster drying, and would also help our. We'll add that to the queue at least for the time being, because that will allow us to also speed up the paint. Because the paint does not get more robots, so it doesn't increase its efficiency by the first technology we, I believe, might just unlock. No, we didn't. Oh, right, we start researching this because I clicked the wrong button. Gotcha. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we're making money or not. I think we are, though, because we had 600 something rand, made these two, which would bring us down to about 500. But I'm guessing we're more or less at the make or break line at the moment. And, you know, we're not making tremendous effort or progress towards our goal either of 3,000 cars, with 9 being sold so far. 10 now, apparently, since we got the chassis specialization unlocked. So let's go ahead and also add the body, paint, engine, and accessories to the mix, or to the queue. For the simple reason that we want all of them. And once we start building our next production line, we want all of them already unlocked, because that will allow us to make a much more efficient production line, where you can, right now we're looking at a car every 15 minutes or so, whilst when we have a proper production line, we're looking at a car every 2 minutes, 4 minutes, and even that can be expanded even more once you unlock more spots, or more land, I should say. Now obviously, when you get to the later maps, one further down the line, you also get, that doesn't do us anything at the moment, you also get the opportunity to, you know, either make more production lines where you know, make the whole process separated from the rest, or you can make even one larger production line, which will push out cars even faster than before. Now right now we have 2 cars stocked, which means these have not been sold. This one has a defect. The people buying them don't know that. We know that, but we're not telling anyone. And what that does is it lowers our... where do I see that? There we go. Upgrade all slots. This is a useful button that wasn't there before, where you can just click this and it upgrades all the stations rather than you having to click upgrades and then buy. But yeah, there is a way here for us to see. Well, let's slow down time. Where is it? Not in there apparently. Here, market. Here we go. Perceived quality, that's the one that drops down if you sell defect cars. Eventually we'll get to fixed defects, but that is a technology that is quite far down the line from where we are now. And once we start, the reason why I set these up the way I did, was starting with chassis specialization, which isn't the one that takes the longest time at the moment, so we won't get the most benefit out of it. But the reason why I started with that is because then we can work our way downwards as we produce more cars, right? Now I think we'll add another couple of research slots, because the research is taking forever, and we need to speed up in order to make the 3,000 car mark. I also think we should. Can I click this now? I can. Beautiful. I also think we should look into a loan. Now there's a couple of different options. You see your hourly capital repayment, 5 grand, hourly interest, 3,700. This is paid back over 8 days, 7 days, and 4 days. Now the thing to keep in mind is that you need to produce enough cars in order to stomach the loan. You need to pay back as well. Now time passes by fairly slowly, so we'll be selling quite a few cars before we reach the set point. Let's try to increase it 5 more %. This is also very handy that you see what is new. Now seeing how we've unlocked that, we might as well start dishing out our second production line. Now what I think I'll do is later on we can fit front and rear axles 2 minutes each, versus 6 minutes for the fit axles now. So these ones are quicker, and we also need to fit the drive shaft obviously. Now I think we'll eventually look at 3 different production lines built. Don't need to go in there. Where we have the one we'll be making now, which will dish out a crap ton more cars, and I think 6 minutes is going to be lower than we can actually. It's about what we can aim for actually. So one of these will be enough, and I know this by experience that paint is usually what holds everything up. So we're gonna go with one of these. We're gonna go with a somewhat smaller, but yet a lot more efficient production line. That takes 2 minutes. You can go right there, and fit the fuel tank. Takes 4 minutes. Can also just smack on there. Now, fit body frame, 20 minutes. That's not going to cut it. So here we need to double our production up. Now, one might actually think that I planned this out, seeing how there was, you know, this fit perfectly right at the bottom here. I didn't. Now we're down to 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes will still mean that these things will get backed up, the previous productions. But 10 minutes is... Right here we have 15 minutes, so that's, you know, 50% increase of efficiency. If we were to go for one more, that would bring it down even further, and I'm kind of inclined to do so, because there's not that much that goes above, say, 7 minutes if you double it up. So I think we'll hopefully stomach the cost, and we're already, we've spent a ton of cash. Did I take the loan? No, I didn't. Alright, then it's fine. We'll grab the highest loan we can get, for 1 million, straight into the bank. We'll start the conveyors going, like so. Like that. And we also want these to start connecting up to various different places. Like so. Now that was the body frame. The next one is the roof, and we only need one of those. So we need to be keep our wits about us, because that takes 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, and that's not that long. As for the doors, with 7 minutes, these already have, you know, 6 minutes, 43 minutes, 6 minutes, 43 minutes, 6 minutes, 43 seconds back here. So that's not going to matter much. Why did I put them like this? That wasn't where it was supposed to go. I'll put it there. Now for the paint. Applying paint is quick. Drying paint is slow. We're going to go with 2 dryers and then 1 paint finish. And then we're going to go with 2 paint finish dryers. Eventually you also get polish paint work, which doesn't take that much time, but we're going to leave space for it regardless. Next up would be the fit engine, and this can be broken down even more. We cannot do that at the moment, but we will be able to once we just you know, get some more research unlocked. So we're going to leave that as is right now, and we're going to start connecting up the conveyors while letting time fly. So like this. Like that. Now, the later portions of this does not have resources connected to it yet, so we need to fix that as well. There we go, that was the engine. Which means we can now also specialize and get that done for us fairly efficiently. Now, what I kind of want to do is to sell the cars up here, which would still leave the whole spot in the middle here for possible later iterations of the production line. And I think we will try our best to make that happen. We can close those down. Now, fit the powertrain takes 3 minutes, so that's fairly quick. And we're going to put that in there. And fit the exhaust, same story, 3 minutes. Ah, shoot, I skipped one. Beautiful. Fit radiator, fit exhaust, both of those 3 minutes. More than plenty of time. Same goes with that one. The steering wheel, 7 minutes, 18 seconds. Now, since we have this little gap here, we might as well use it. And it's not that expensive to put them both in, so we're going to do that. I think we'll actually go up here like so. Okay, that didn't want to happen. Let's try that again. There we go. which will allow us to have a little bit of a, you know, queuing system, because it will take still a fair amount of time before we actually finish up the production line here. Importer, I'm gonna put that there, because right now we don't have the technology unlocked yet, which gives us a boost of sorts to the conveyor system. So we want to be careful with that, so that we don't, you know, unnecessarily spend a lot of research. Oh, no research queued. So we're gonna, I think, kind of want to go for faster drying. But I think we'll start with, where is it? It should be under, there we go. Ooh, that took a long time. Maybe not that one then. You know, we'll go to technologies and we'll start unlocking some sort of technology which will keep us relevant in the business. We'll go through the whole process of that probably in the next one. In the next episode, because it's quite a lengthy process to explain in detail, at least. You need to come down here, connect up like so, and that was the steering. Now accessories, we've broken that down already, so might as well use that to do something useful. I think we're going to put it there, which means we'll have to demolish that one. Bring this over to there. And hook it up like so. We're going to pause it. Fit horn. Fit seat. And then I think we will flip it around. Ah, come on. There we go. Like that. I'll bring that over to there. Windscreen, which means dashboard is next. We're gonna skip a couple because we want to leave some space for the air condition as well. We'll put it in there. That should be ample space for the air conditioning. And on to electronics. For quality check, and that's about it. Export down here as well, like that. Everything is connected, and let's just sell the beasts like that. We're almost out of money, which is kind of scary. Like so, that is everything connected. All that is required now is to sell off some cars. If you drop below 0 in this game, it's game over. So on that scary note, we're going to leave it there for today. If you enjoyed the episode, please smack the like button. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things average, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, leave those down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, cheerio.